Wrapped up. Thank you for sharing. I know that takes some effort there. Did you guys have fun sharing your below the line? It can be fun, yes. Right? Yeah. It really sometimes it's fun. The idea here is just to recognize that we do go below the line. It's part of life. But the concept to really take away is that there's no personal power below the line. It leaves us powerless because the answer to our solution or the cause to our problem is always outside of us, and it's never inside. So that leaves us in kind of a victim mentality. And it's not a problem for a minute to go there. It's not a problem for 5 minutes. You know, sometimes you may spend an hour, sometimes a day. But the question is, how long do you spend below the line? Because if you really want to be accountable, if we want to create an accountable organization here, all working together, then we have to know how to identify when we go below the line and how to get ourselves up above the line as quickly as possible. So that's the name of the game, is identify and use the tools to get above. And you'll notice that the above the line part, we're going to go into those, the step-by-step pieces. What I love about the Oz principle is that it's simple enough to remember. You've got 4 steps. See it, own it, solve it, do it. So the see it portion, you've got your, I'm sorry, can I ask how much time was that?
Oh, there was 8 minutes.
Okay, cool. I'm going to go to 10, so to 10 to 12. Okay, thank you. The see it portion, you have to be able to recognize what's going on around you. If you can't see your current situation, you're not going to be able to get out. Sometimes it's really hard to see. That's an initial first step to get over and to admit, to hear the feedback from someone. You ever receive feedback that you didn't want to hear? That can actually be a moment of clarity. That can be powerful if you choose that next step, which is own it. That's the capability and the willingness to say, you know what? That part where I thought I was blaming someone else because I was just waiting and seeing, I didn't do anything there. That wasn't my fault. I was just waiting to see if it would work out. Maybe that's inaction, and maybe I could have actually done something about it. If I had said something, if I had asked more questions, if I had known that I was just kind of hanging out and waiting for something else to happen. So there's a piece of ownership there, and that's really powerful. So once you get to see it, own it, the next step I find people, this group is really great at, solve it. It's that brainstorming idea. It's looking at all of the different ways that, and creative solutions that we could come up with to really solve our problems. And I know that this group is incredible because we're here. You heard Laura talk about all of the amazing things that we're doing in this company. So this is already a group of solvers. And then the do it, getting into action. And once you get into action, you have the ability to see, did all of your see it, own it, solve it steps pay off? And you get into action, get over that fear that you might have, and what happens when you get to do it? What happens when you reach all those 4 steps?
You're above the line.
You're above the line. You're accountable. You get to own it. You've empowered yourself with it. And at the same time, it can start again. You did it, you took action, and then you got feedback. Maybe it worked fantastically. Maybe it didn't work as well as you thought it would. But now you've got an opportunity to redo the cycle again and again and again. So now I'm going to challenge you to share with your same partner, maybe that same example. What would that look like if it was above the line? Your favorite below the line idea. Switch it around. It may have been a situation in the past, but what would it look like if you applied see it, own it, solve it, do it? It'll be a quick share. We'll take 1 minute apiece with your partner, and we'll come back together.